All right, so working on tearing down the pony motor. So what I did is I ended up taking the carburetor off. So here's the carburetor. I just took it off with as little disassembly as possible. That way I took a bunch of pictures beforehand, and I'll take more pictures of it as it is set up like this right here. Basically the carburetor mounts like that on the engine. The distributor side over here, the flywheel side's over here. Like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with the carburetor. The carburetor seemed fine. I may need to adjust the throttle and stuff when I get back in there, but that's fine. After I got the carburetor off, next came the intake and exhaust manifold. This is what needs quite a bit of attention due to the rust and the cooling system. So I got that out. Also got the coolant lines that were in here. I got those out because there's the pony water pump right there. And then after I took that off, that's just fastened by 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from there, I went ahead and mainly this evening is just exploratory to see exactly what I'm getting myself into. At that point, I removed the head. To remove the head, let me find a suitable location here to put the head down on. Alright, so to remove the head, what you have to do is you actually have to, and you can see the valves are still in here, you actually have to remove the rocker arms. And the rocker arms are held in by this set screw right here, and then 2 screws on either end. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get my flashlight here. See that hole right there? That is what holds the rocker arm shaft on. Here are the rocker arms themselves along with the shaft, and what I did is I just took a paper towel. This is what I normally do when I'm rebuilding stuff like this. Label it. So that's distributor side, this is the flywheel side. These are the head bolts as they came out. These are the lifters, and then here are the rocker arms in order that they came out. That way when I put them back in, they'll go in the same order. I will eventually do the same thing with these springs. However, I've created quite a bit of work for myself in terms of cleanup and everything. So I'll probably, the next couple of days, focused on mostly cleaning up all of the work I've created for myself and go from there. Now, one of the big things with this is I have no earthly idea what is good, what is bad. I just know I had low compression. So I can judge by the cylinder walls. If we look down in there, and sorry about the crap that's already down in there, when I took the head off, some of the stuff spilled. But you can see that the cylinder walls are extremely scored. Not anything that I find unsurprising. I did find it interesting that one piston is relatively clean, one piston is relatively carboned up. If we rotate the engine, bring it back up front here. So if we rotate the engine, it looks like something has actually gotten into this cylinder before. Same thing with this. I have no earthly idea what that is. I just don't know. I turned the head over to see if I could figure it out, and it doesn't look, at first I thought, oh, well, maybe it's just all of the carbon around the valves or something, but I don't see that causing any problems either. The valves have a decent amount of carbon on them, but I don't see how that could be causing any problems. So we will go from there. I will get all this cleaned up. It's going to take me a while to get all of the crap and everything cleaned up from here. I don't know. I have to do quite a bit more reading on things that I might need, etc., and go from there. Obviously, I still have to clean that up and a couple other things. The other side of the head here, or the other head, I left it mostly intact just as an example for me. So I will go ahead and pull that off. I'll also work on pulling the flywheel and everything else off. I'm not really excited about pulling the flywheel off since it's got the clutch on it. I'm not really excited about any of this because it's really testing my knowledge here in rebuilding engines. You know, I did that Onan series a while back, and I could do a Kohler, but not anything this unique, particularly with lack of parts availability. I do know that you can get these online on eBay and stuff. You can buy them rebuilt. I would love to do that, but I'm also a person that I enjoy doing it myself. You know, if I wanted a plug-and-play thing, then I would probably buy one online, but I'm not a plug-and-play type person. I like to learn how to do this kind of stuff, and if I have to do it again, I know how to do it. But the big things next are to go ahead and get that other head off, and then I will pull, at some point I have to drain the rest of the oil out of there, even though it's slowly leaking out of the bench. So yeah, between pulling the other head off and I'll get everything cleaned up and whatnot, I haven't decided whether or not I want to paint this thing while I'm at it. Some parts of me say, hey, you know, I need to paint it. That way if I ever paint the tractor, I don't have to worry about it. At the same time, it's like, oh, I'll just fix it the way it is, no big deal. Give me your thoughts. I'm going to ask for your input on that. I don't like to paint. I'll be upfront and honest about that. I think I've said that many, many times. So don't think that we're going to do a public vote, and if everybody tells me to paint, that I'm going to paint. I just want your opinions on, the tractor's been repainted before, so it's not like I'm trying to save an original or anything. I just don't like painting. I like mechanical work more than anything. I will take a mechanical correct machine and well-running machine over any well-painted but non-mechanically restored machine any day of the week. So I think that's it for this video. I've droned on now for almost 7.5 minutes. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll keep the videos coming as I dig through this project.